So I'm feeding the bed wires back through, and that should leave the bed free to move. Now I'm going to try and remove the control board and the power supply from the panel. The printed part I've removed there also contains a sticker, which is the NFC antenna, which has to be gently unplugged from the control board. The label says Pulse W3509. Moving over to the power supply, there is also a cover over the terminals here, which is of course very sensible, but there's nothing to very easily grab at that cover to actually remove it. So I had to stick a Allen key behind it and sort of leverage it against the back of the printed part. So that was a bit of a difficult bit to get out, but I managed eventually. At this point, it was a matter of removing those wires that are going down into the basement of the printer, because those are kind of at the moment what's connecting that electronics panel to that base part. The cables that are going down here are for the LCD, there's 3 Z motors, and an earth cable to connect all the metal parts together. Once those are all unplugged and fished out, we can finally remove that electronics panel from the rest of the printer. And with that out of the way, we can remove these extra 4 frame pieces which surround the base, and also hide away this one little PCB which I wasn't expecting to find. This is a motor splitter. What this does is split the signal from one of the stepper drivers for the Z-axis and shares it to all 3 stepper motors. It doesn't have any kind of special microprocessor or anything, it's not doing any kind of signal changes, it's literally just connecting all 3 stepper motors to a single motor driver. Now on the bed assembly, the first thing I tried to do was remove the central bed and bed plate from these corner parts that do the motion up and down. Just a few screws to remove that, and it's quite easy to get out. Interestingly, on this machine, while there are 3 lead screws, there's only 2 Z rods. I think this is probably fine, seeing as all the load is taken by the lead screws, and the rods just allow for correct alignment as it moves. In this case, I think 2 rods is sufficient to do that job.